Can we be honest about her anger for a second? She feels trapped by expectations, and it's building resentment. Acknowledging this anger is the first step towards change. She's telling everyone you failed because her ego can't handle the truth of how much she misses you. Her anger is just a mask. She's rewriting the script to make you the villain so she can survive the regret. If she truly felt nothing, she'd be silent. Indifference is the end, anger is just a connection in disguise. She isn't broadcasting your mistakes to move on, she's doing it to convince herself she made the right choice. The louder she talks about your downfall, the more she's trying to drown out the sound of her own loneliness. She's weaponizing your past because her present feels empty without you. It's not hate, it's a coping mechanism. When the weight of missing you becomes unbearable, the mind creates a reason to be angry just to stay sane. She's trying to kill the version of you she loved by creating a version of you she can hate. Her survival mechanism is simple: paint you as the problem so she doesn't have to be the solution. The villain narrative isn't for the world, it's a bedtime story she tells herself so she can sleep at night. Why is your name still in her mouth? Because public resentment is the only way she can still feel close. Closure doesn't need a microphone. If she's broadcasting her hate, she's still hooked on your attention. Most people mistake her anger for closure, but it's actually the sound of a lingering attachment being suppressed. She's dismantling your character to fill the void you left behind. It's a placeholder for the love she lost. If she were truly finished with you, she wouldn't have the energy to stay this angry. Silence is the exit. She's performing a version of moving on for an audience because she can't do it for herself in private. Your name is her favorite topic. If you were truly irrelevant, she wouldn't waste the breath to judge you. She's building a wall of reasons you're bad just to stop herself from looking back at the good times. The more she tries to convince others you're the problem, the more she's admitting how much you actually mattered. You're still the main character in her head, even if she's cast you as the antagonist of the year. The intensity of her resentment is a direct measurement of the depth of the love she's trying to hide. Every time she weaponizes your failure, she's admitting that she still hasn't found a way to let you go. Her loudest criticisms are actually silent admissions of heartbreak. She's talking just to cover the pain of the void. It's easier to be angry at you than it is to be disappointed in herself. That's why she's talking. We are dismantling the false narrative she's built to hide the crushing void you left behind. The more she reveals her own internal grief. Her loudest criticisms are silent admissions that she still hasn't let you go. Why is your name still in her mouth if she's supposedly moved on? Most people mistake public resentment for closure, but it's actually the sound of a lingering attachment being forcibly suppressed. The psychological paradox. She is telling everyone you failed, but her anger is actually a mask for a memory she can't erase. When the weight of missing you becomes unbearable, the ego rewrites the script to make you the villain. She's recasting her longing as a public trial because she can't handle the private trial of her own regret. If she were actually happy in her new life, she wouldn't be so concerned with your character in the old one. She's using your flaws as bricks to build a prison for a memory that simply refuses to stay buried. She isn't moving forward, she's just running away from the reality that leaving you was her biggest mistake. Stop waiting for her to stop talking. Her constant noise is just the sound of someone who knows she lost the best thing that ever happened to her. The best response to her public narrative? Silence. Let her keep talking to the walls while you build a life she's no longer invited to.